Welcome. It's your boy, Jeremiah Gray, a.k.a. G Sportz.
Got Jacob Verdin right here.
And we got a special guest, man. Detroit Lions cornerback, Amik Robertson. I think we're going to call this episode Meek's Island. We're going to call it that. I like the sound of it. What you think?
I like it. I like it, man. You know, killers kill, man. You the wolf or sheep, man. You know what it is.
We back in your stomping grounds, bro. Thibodaux High School. That's where it all started from. Being back in the weight room, seeing where you got your foundation from. You know, what memories come back to you being in this weight room right now?
To piggyback off what you just said, man, the memories that what come through my head is crazy. That I used to be in here, you know, as an underclassman with the upperclassmen, working out, being a freshman on varsity, trying to get where they at, trying to be as strong as them. And then it was my time. It's crazy, man. You just talked about it. After I signed, I came back in the same weight room.
Right after.
And got it in, bro. It just, you know, it's probably my second time being back in here, man. It's just crazy how, you know, of course, you know, I'm in a blessed position, but the crazy thing about it, man, how time flies. You know, you know, it's teaching me to take advantage of my time, man.
For sure. Just talk about going back to that time at Thibodaux High, bro. You had your camp today, your second annual Meek Robertson camp. You had a great turnout. I think you had like close to 300 kids there. You could tell when they saw you how much joy they had in their face, seeing that you was working with them, showing them different techniques. I know you enjoy that kind of stuff. I think you're gonna be a coach one day, but that's neither here nor there. But talk about bringing that to the community, man. Seeing all the people come out and support you today.
As always, man. That's a feeling that is surreal. You know, because like I said, I was in these shoes, but I was in a different atmosphere. For as I was in a different place, maybe in New Orleans, maybe in Texas, different places. I never really came to a camp that was here, except, you know, of course the Nichols camp. But as far as having, you know, someone to physically touch, that's on the next level. Giving back, you know, to the community. I never really had that, so I kind of made it my duty to be able to do that, you know, because it's unreal to be able to see a public figure or these kids see a superhero.
For sure.
It's rare you be able to do that. So I made it my duty, man, to you know, when I do get to the next level, to always get back to my community, because they is who molded me to be, you know, the person I am today.
Now that you're an inspiration to a lot of people over here, who inspired you as a young Amik Robertson, whether it be a player or a coach or whoever?
Believe it or not, man, you know, I have all respect for the guys before me. You know, guys like Trevon Reed, Greg, Andersek. You know, I never really knew Andersek as a person, but you know, I've heard great things about him. You know, but growing up, you know, I've heard about guys like Trevon Reed, but those are the guys, you know, all like I said before, all due respect to them, but those are, you know, those were the guys I wanted to be better than, right? So I never really had a big homie. So I would say you know, I was self-motivated, but I would say a moment that I knew, I would give him credit on this, the moment I knew that it was possible and it gave me extra motivation was the moment I saw, I physically saw Greg Robinson get drafted, you know, on TV.
Mega Midland, huh?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
The big screen.
Where I was born at, man, you know, so it's like when I saw that, it's nothing nobody could have told me. You couldn't tell me right now, like, man, you can't do, like, I remember, like it was yesterday, I had my sister on my shoulders, and I saw it, and I just put her down, fully emotions, put her down, and went to wherever I was living at and started doing push-ups, still watching the draft, because I knew, like, I gotta get big, I gotta get stronger, you know, because I know that this is possible. No matter what nobody say, I know I can do it. And now we're here, man. Just a wonderful feeling.
Where do you get that mindset from, Meek? I know your story. I know everything you went through in your childhood to get to where you at today. What was the turning point for that kid that's watching this podcast that could take from something that you went through that some way it clicked in your brain, like, all right, I don't want to be like everybody. I don't want to be typical. I want to be different, because being different wins.
You know, that's something that's kind of hard to respond to, because I always had that mindset, that warrior mindset. That's the, you know, name that my grandpa gave me. You know, he died, Ethan. That's the name that, you know, you know, growing up, I was always the tough out of all his grandkids. I was tough, you know. So moving with my uncle, he, brought me into football. And it's something I just fell in love with when I was 5. Now, I didn't know that I can do this until, like I said, when Greg got drafted. And, being the first freshman to play since Trevon Reed, and being impact on on a varsity level, I said maybe I can do this. But when I physically saw me, be better than guys that way older than me, I knew it was possible. And like I said, when I saw Greg do it. But to answer your question, as far as where I get the mindset from, God given, man.
You just was born with it.
Maybe it's something that because of what I went through, maybe what me and my mom, my family went through. Maybe, I don't know. Now I would say the turning point was probably when I had Aiden. When I had Aiden, I knew like okay.
Cause you had him your 11th grade year.
I had him. She was pregnant with him my freshman year. She had him my sophomore.
You was cutting up early. Lord.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So I knew the moment I had him, bro. It was like we gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a son to feed, bro. Like it's bigger than you now. So he was my motivation, bro. And I was gonna sacrifice whatever.
That was one of the questions that I have for you. What did that change in your mindset becoming a father? And then I'll double down and add something else onto it. I feel like people calling players undersized is a common theme, but like how do you let that fuel you and become a chip on your shoulder? Be like, nah, bad, watch this.
I didn't care, man. I what they said, I didn't get here by worrying about what everybody else said. Like true. I got here by you gotta understand, man, when I was in high school, I remember when I was in high school, career day, senior year, everybody came in with doctors and I had the towel on, man, with the bands. And it was like, I don't know, man, you need a plan B because only 1%. I'm like, he tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm the 1%.
This is what this is my plan B. And now we here. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So when guys say, this, I don't really worry about words, man, because they don't matter. And like I said, coming out of high school, college, they were saying, oh, he was too small, he was this, he was that. And I beat the odds, and I'm going to continue doing that.
Through action.
Yeah. How old is Aiden now?
10, about to be 11.
About to be 11, that time flying. And you just had your second child. How old is he?
2.
Let's talk about fatherhood, bro. Especially with the generation we living in right now. These kids running buck wild, social media, raising them. How has fatherhood changed you as a person, and what are you doing to change the narrative of a black father?
Decision making, man. My decision making, when I first had Aiden, of course, like you said, I was running wild, bro. I was running wild, but I had a purpose. I had a purpose after Aiden. A purpose to keep my nose clean, man. I had somebody looking up to me, like I said, me not having love my father to death, but me not having my father, early on. Yeah. I had that father figure in my uncle, so I try to install what he taught me into them because whatever he taught me is what helped me got to where I'm at today. So
for sure, I
try to install it in my kids, man, to keep his nose clean. Sometimes Aiden don't like it, but sooner or later he gonna understand as he get older. So I try to be the best father I could be, man. Always spending time with him because some people always say, oh, I got enough time. Man, like time is not, bro, because stuff happening so fast in the world. So any opportunity I could get with my kids, I try to take advantage of it. Me, I'm always away. So I try to be the best father I could be, the best boyfriend, that I can be, because at the end of the day, I know those two watching me.
And I think that's big, bro. Because I know yesterday we were talking about your son and what school you were going to send him to, and I was asking you, man, you going to send him back down here to Thibodaux? And one of the first things you said was, I'm worried about his education.
Yeah.
What you got in place there right now, the education system is superb, and that's more important to you than sports. Yeah, you want him to play sports, you want him to be the best he could be, but you was more worried about his education.
Yeah, that's important, man, because I saw guys before me, when I was in high school, could be, and most of the time, the guys that be the most talented, I ain't gonna say they don't got it here, but they don't got the education. Like most of the time they flunk out because of the education, and that's something I didn't want, for my son. I feel like I'm the blueprint, the blessing in his life, for a great role model to show him the ropes, and coming out of high school, I was on the verge of going to JUCO, and when I saw guys before me, like, dang, he could have been the lead, but he had to go to JUCO.
Yep.
That's something that
it's a harder route.
Yeah, like that's something I just didn't want to do. So I kind of pick it back on and attack my protect my school, man, and you know, it helped me in a huge way. I was able to go to a D1 college.
How are you balancing family and football, you know, through the schemes of practice, the training, the traveling? How do you manage everything and put all the drops in the bucket that you want to be able to?
When I'm away, man, I try to, you know, I ain't gonna say try, I do. I make it a priority to FaceTime my son, talk to, you know, throughout the day. Ask him how school been. I talk to Ace, try to talk to him. He only 2, so sometimes it's kind of,
right.
You know, so I try to FaceTime him every night, you know, just to let him know, man, you know, Pop's always here. Pop's always here, man. I know I got a job to do. I sacrifice my time, you know, and you know, this is for y'all. You know, of course I love the game of football, but I'm doing this to help us have a better life. So, for us being a father, man, I try to FaceTime them each and every night when I'm away, and when I'm home, I be a father first, and then I have fun later. You know, so that, you know, I take pride in that.
Love it.
First year with the Lions, I think it's safe to say that it was a year to remember.
Man.
NFC Championship.
Some more smoke.
Y'all was one game away, bro, from getting to that dome down here on Porters, right? But it didn't happen like that. But I want to go back to a moment this season where, and I could be real and say this, I got kind of emotional watching the clip when you was like, they tried to bury me, but you can't bury what comes from the dirt.
Yeah,
that was hard.
Because I knew what you meant by that. I knew what you went through. I knew your story. Take me back to where those emotions came from that day when you got the game ball after a hell of a game.
All raw emotions, man. Sometimes you gotta be me to understand. I didn't know I was gonna get the game ball. Wasn't with it run, but all I want to do is be myself out there, compete, put on for my city, put on for you know, for my last name, help my team win, man, and you know, get us that bye week. And with me, you know, having passion and, you know, going out there and competing, man, is, you know, I was able to be rewarded with the game ball, and that feeling, bro. When the man told me, like, hey, man, I was walking to the locker room, and he like, hey, man, you gotta come get your game ball. I thought he was clowning.
Right.
Me, I'm like, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, come get. When I got it, bro, like, you could see, I rewatched the interview, and you could see the emotions, like, on my face, like. It was just crazy. And when I said that ball, I ain't even gonna say ball. When I said what I said, I really meant that, bro, because like I said before, to be me, you gotta understand, like, every obstacle and every adversity that I had to go through. I'm talking about no matter what I did, coming in college, knowing that I'm better than these guys, I gotta put up double the numbers just to prove that I could be with them. Always mentioning my size. I will play bigger, beat bigger guys, and maybe it was always something. But I see the blessing in that. It always kept me
chip on your shoulder.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. It kept me hungry. You know, so even at the Raiders having a rocky season, people, you know, when I first got drafted, everybody was, you know, but those first 2 years I was by myself. I was in a bad place. You know, I was in a bad place in my first 2 years at the Raiders, and being able to be in Dallas in that apartment by myself and really talk to myself, like, how could you let these people tell you who you are and take your confidence when that's what kept you going? People that didn't believe in you always said they was tripping, but you started believing the stuff
naysayers.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I really had to build myself back up and get myself to this point, and I was by myself doing it.
How do you do that though, Meek? That ain't easy. That's easier said than done, bro.
I can say probably maybe, you know, the man up above, man.
For sure.
He just built me different, or maybe it's where I come from because I've been through worse. You know, I'd have been through worse. If I could overcome this right here, if I could overcome that, this right here, this is nothing. You know what I'm saying? How could you sit up there and let them break you when that didn't break you? You know what I'm saying? So when I was able to get to that point and have that, you know, that spotlight, man, and say what I said, man, I meant that from the heart, man. I know a lot of people say, oh, I wonder where he got that from, man. That was from, of course, it was, you know, some from Meek Mill, but that was raw, man, because you got, like I said before, you got to be me to understand.
Definitely.
I wanted to ask you about this, the matchups with Justin Jefferson, the mindset that goes in to something like that, especially because at your time at Thibodaux, you played him at Destrehan, and you had run-ins with him at the LSU camp. Like, does it still feel like the same matchup? You could dial it back and just go into your past? Like, man, it's just, I've had this before.
I want to respond to this right, because I don't want to. all respect the Jets, man. All respect the Jets, man. All respect, but you gotta understand, man, I'm a pit bull too, man. Like when matchups like that, some guys run from smoke. I run towards it, man. You know what I'm saying? I had maybe the outsiders was nervous, but I wasn't. The only thing I had butterflies for was the game was too long. It was too late. I wanted the game to be when
at 12.
I was ready. My girl was next to me. You not nervous? I'm like, I'm cool. Like I'm just ready to play, bro. Once that national anthem was on, I said it was time. I knew it was gonna be a matchup, but I knew I was gonna play the way I played. I knew that because I'm me. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't. Like I put too much blood, sweat, and tears into. I'm already talented. I put the work in on top of that, and I'm faithful to God. So I knew I was gonna go out there and perform the way I did. You know, and I'm gonna continue doing it.
And you kept a little secret throughout the week because the media was trying to poke and trying to figure out where you gonna stick Jets, and you didn't never let the cat out the bag. What went into that?
Because I didn't want to make it about. Like I said, I don't need. I don't need the lights. I don't need that. I let my work speak. I didn't want to talk about it throughout that week, and they be like, "Oh my God, hype it up," and I don't need that. Y'all gonna see me when y'all see me. Like you know what I'm saying. Once them lights cut on, y'all gonna see whatever. And I knew that was plenty of guys talk about it. Oh, I could do this. I could do this. I could do that. I know I could get this guy. But this is an action world, man. You got to go out there and do it. Talk is cheap. So, in order for me to say, "Oh man, I know I could," you got to go out there and do it. And I did that. And it's crazy. The performance was good, but I could have did better. It's a lot of players I left out there.
On the goal line.
Yeah, it's like you know what I'm saying. It's a lot of players I left out there. I wanted to punch out of the. It's a lot of because I think about me coming from the small schools and guys making me do more to earn my stripes. It makes my my playmaking ability go up. Some guys, they think if they catch a pick one game, they had a great game. I want two. You know what I'm saying? Some guys think, they got a forced fumble. I want two. You know what I'm saying? So things like that keep that chip on my shoulder, man. So the matchup was great. To answer your question, but my mindset is doing it again, 2 times again next year, and that's for any receiver. We have a hard schedule. That goes for any one of them. I ain't ducking no smoke. Y'all know that.
Right,
I ain't ducking no smoke, man.
Right, man. I remember when the Lions was on Hard Knocks, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and that's when the Lions was in a bad place as an organization. They only won like 1 or 2 games, and I just was paying attention to Dan Campbell that whole Hard Knocks. Right, fell in love with his mindset, fell in love with him as a person. I knew at some point, I didn't know when it was going to happen. I knew at some point he's going to get things turned around. And I didn't know if it was going to be with the Lions. I didn't know if they was going to give him enough time. I didn't know. But talk about playing with somebody like Dan Campbell, bro, and how his personality and who he is so infectious over that organization.
You know what's crazy? You say you watched the Hard Knocks. You know what's crazy? When I signed with them, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning, swear to God, 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm watching the hype videos of that man of him talk. Like it was similar to Hard Knocks, but it wasn't Hard Knocks. I'm watching a video like Lions hype videos. He talking. Yeah, they showed the record and how he still was talking. How he still was. We're gonna do this. It's gonna turn around. Just be. How people had bags over their head. Like they basically. Like man, like they was the laughing stock of the league.
Yes.
You want like dog.
Fighting for the number 1 pick every year.
You wanted no other way. Like dog, you wanted no other way. That's what I'm saying. Like coming to this team, dog, they got like they've been at the bottom before. They know how it feel to be stepped on, so that's why I wanted to be a part of them building and continuing to get better. And talking to him, dog, that's a coach that you want to run. Dog, when I say this, I really mean this. That's a coach you want to run through a wall for because he practice hard. He a player's coach. And I could tell he's passionate about this game, bro. And that's why he got the players. That's why he got players, and if you're not, he gonna figure out who you he gonna find you.
Yeah.
And he gonna get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely a leader for us, and he definitely a big piece on why the Lions going in the direction that they going.
And give Aaron Glenn his flowers before we end this podcast, because I think he played a vital part into your success this past season. Him believing in you, him being a small corner, him being a DC and your position coach. Talk about how that played a big part into your success this past season.
The moment I stepped foot, man, and I signed, I talked to him on the phone. It was all right, and then I saw him in person. we had conversations. I was about to leave the building. And he was like, "What you about to do?" I said, "I'm like nothing." He like, "Man, come watch some tape with me." We talking like, "Look, man, this gonna be you. I expect you to do this. Like, man, I believe in you."
You think it's all cap?
As a player, nah. When I saw that, and as a player, now you could tell in the voice when a person, when an individual is serious.
Yeah.
And when you got a coach, bro, that believe in you, that know you, that know the expectations and know your goals, and been in your shoes before, been doubted. Dog, it's an unreal feeling, bro. Because like I said, I was on. Like I remember, I know about being on the other side of that. You know what I'm saying? When you got a coach like that, you want to do whatever. You want to do whatever for him, bro. You want to do whatever for him, man. And I still talk to Aaron Glenn. You know, he texted me for my birthday, man. Great individual, great leader. You know, sad losing him, but I think he left his mark at the lines, and we gonna continue, making him proud and continue getting better. And we gonna continue flying around the ball.
For sure.
I agree with what you said at the beginning of the pod, dog. He gonna be a coach one day.
Come on, bro.
I think even out there, man, I know some campers, when they have camps, they kind of want to be ducked off. I like to be tuned in, man. Cause I just love the game of football so much, bro. Like I said, the moment my uncle put the pads on me at 5 years old, bro, I just fell in love with it, and I like to be around it. So, of course, man, when I retire after maybe 10, 11 years, of course, I'm going to go into coaching.
How do you put that leadership or, inspire your teammates as a player? Because, we're talking about coaches that had an impact on you. How do you make sure that you have an impact on who you're playing with?
Continue being there, man, and let them know that you care, bro. Because that's most of the time, 99% of the time, really 100% of the time. Well, I'm going to say 99% of the time, bro. That's all people need when you. It could be sports. It could be anything. It could be a regular. It could be anything, man. If an individual have a person that care, you can tell that they care. That's all they be needing. And I know that's what we need in our community. And like I said before, I'm gonna continue to try to be the biggest impact that I can be. And I made a promise to a lot of people that was behind closed doors. That was. My grandpa, my grandma, Lord rest her soul, my grandpa, Lord rest his soul, Kyron, Lord rest his soul. I made a promise to them, and by myself, and said that as long as I'm living, I'm going to do whatever I can. And as long as I'm in this position, I'm going to continue being a huge impact to my city, because why not me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why not me? So I think it's definitely my duty.
I saw you gave a great tribute to our dog Kyron Lacey for your camp. Kind of reflect back on your relationship with Two Man and how he impacted you, how you impacted him, and just y'all story together and coming up through Thibodaux and back of Midland and all those stories, bro.
Only a few could say. Like I said, you only need a person that care, and of course you know about this. You care about not only the player, Kyron, but the individual. For sure. I care about the player, the individual, Kyron, not the player, because you understand when Kyron had a rocky road, with school, whatever, and me and him had this conversation, and I'm pretty sure y'all did too. I told him, I said, bro, because Kyron was a guy that he wanted to make everybody happy, and when people wasn't, it bothered him a little bit, So I remember having those side conversations, and I told him when he couldn't play basketball or whatever, a lot of people kind of turn their back on him, which is okay. That happens in, that happens in life. And I told Kyra, I'm like, bro, don't worry about that. You continue focusing on you, because the moment you back up, they gonna be back. You feel me? and you gonna know, cause it's gonna be, oh, that's my cousin. That's this. That's
little cuz.
But you accept it for what it is. And he know. I used to tell him all the time. Man. And the success that he had, when he started playing, of course at UL, balled out there, went to LSU, had a big impact there. We all knew Kyron was special, man. Kyron was probably the best two sport athlete, could play basketball. Kyron could get a scholarship basketball and football easily. Very talented for his size. So stuff he did at LSU, I expected. I expected you to tell him all the time, but. As far as our relationship, man, I think it was more of a brotherhood, man. And I tried to do whatever, because I know he was watching. If you look at an old documentary of me Turk talking, he's next, so I knew that he's next to us. So I knew that he was he was watching me. So I try to do whatever I can to help him be a pro and be that positive influence in his ear.
He definitely looked at you like that, and I kind of want to touch on the mental health part of it. And a lot of people don't understand what y'all go through as professional athletes, and the day-to-day, the week-to-week, the pressure. Kind of give people a little bit of an insight on what y'all deal with, bro, and how strong your mental got to be, and how people need to really, really understand how to. I'm trying to find the right words to put this. Just really understanding like what y'all go through, bro.
I think
people really don't get it. They really don't.
What I learned from it, because like I said, I've been on that bad side of the stick. I've been on the side of the stick of, it could be not even the fans, man, coaches, family members. When you don't reach the expectation they thought you reached, they turn their back on you, man. You know, and it's about how you handle it, man. Us as athletes, you could be everybody could love you one moment, and the moment you make one bad play, they hate you. The world is against you. You know, I would say, man, when you're in those bad times, man, try to stay off of social media. Me, I think mine was a gift and a curse, because now, by me being on social media, seeing how people was talking about me, whatever, it kind of had me down a little bit. But now, you know, I've learned. Now I don't really care about that now. Like, if I have a good game, they hoorah in, I still block all of it out. You know, because you get too high, that's when you fall on your face. So you try to stay level-headed. Try to stay level-headed as possible, man. Because this world could eat you alive if you can't handle it. You know, I was one of the individuals that was able to handle it, man. So, keep the ones that truly, genuinely love you, man. Keep them close. Because I had some people that, even when my career wasn't going as planned, they still tell me that they believe in me. They still love me for the individual. You know, Meek, I was still in that 1% again drafted, so they try to keep me, on that positive side, man. So I would say for the people that's going through something, man, keep them ones that love you, man. Keep them close, because when it's time, man, and when the run against you, that's the one that you're gonna be able to lean on.
But even not so much as having success on and off the field, talk about your time. Everybody want a piece of you. Everybody wants your time.
Yeah.
That's why I don't take this podcast for granted, bro.
Yeah.
I know you got a lot of people pulling at you, so I don't take it for granted. I appreciate you saying, man, I'm gonna come do this podcast with G and fellowship with him. But talk about that, man, having that pressure on you to having to say no sometimes, because everybody want a piece of you, bro. That's tough.
Yeah, see, that was a hard thing for me at the beginning of my career, saying no, because I was a person that I was a guy that, like I said, always wanted to. I ain't gonna say feel accepted, but always wanted to be loved, man. I didn't want no one to feel like, oh, he's too bougie, or he's too. Always try to keep those people happy. So every time someone would ask me to do this, I would try to go out my way and do it.
Yep.
But as I got older, it's like that time is valuable, man. Like you gotta learn how to say no, and whenever whatever they think about you, it is what it is. As long as you know what's up with yourself, that's all that matters. It keeps me. That's what keeps me in the headspace. I know my heart. I know I'm a very genuine person. Very, very great teammate, very great dad, very great family member, very great cousin. So no matter what nobody said, like, they would never, make me feel a certain way about myself, because, like I said, man, my time is back. At the end of the day, I can't make everybody happy. Once you realize that you can't make everybody happy, that you will be able to flow through life.
For sure.
I feel like that mindset comes through a lot of experience throughout your time in the NFL, college. How do you think your mindset has evolved and changed into things like that?
I would say, by my first league, man, as I got older, like, you understand, when I was in college, man, only a few came to the games, now. Only a few made that trip. My first 2 years at the Raiders, only a few came to the game. Only a few had a jersey. Maybe two, maybe three, maybe a couple of my partners. But the moment you start doing, everybody want to come. Everybody want. But see, I'm so used to that. If I'm able to teach it, like I said, I was telling the same thing to Kyron. If I'm telling the same thing to Quay, I was able to say the same thing to DeMarcus. So behind the scenes, I tell those guys things like that. Like, I understand you. You know what I'm saying? You probably not known right now. You at the bottom right now, but be ready for when you at the top, because it's a lot. It's a lot that come with being a guy. You know, it's a lot that come with being me. You know, you just gotta know. You gotta know how to handle it, man. You gotta know how to handle it. And when people feel like, oh, he don't want to do this, or I can't be with him around this time. You gotta understand, man. Your time is valuable. You can't make everybody happy.
I think the corners in the league now are starting to finally be appreciated.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but some of them starting to get appreciated. What's your take on the NFL and how they paying corners right now? And do you think they're not appreciated enough?
I ain't lying, man. They paying these corners now, man.
Some of them.
So, yeah, some of them, but most of the guys I think they should pay the slots better too, bro.
The nickels.
Yeah,
yes.
they gotta pay the slots better, bro. Cause these boys scoring tough, man. These receivers, man, they evolving, man. They got guys 6'11" running 4.2s now, man. You know what I'm saying? They gotta value us a little more. But I think they're doing a good job. I think we headed in the right direction. I think we headed in the right direction, man.
How you deal with in the NFC Championship game, bro? What, that was the first quarter, second quarter when you broke your arm? I remember watching the game. I'm like, come on, man. This is the worst time for this to happen. I know how excited you was for that moment. Man. Yeah. And to put on, to be able to put yourself and your team in position to play for that Super Bowl, bro. That
was a game that I was ready to play, bro. I had just, had a great game against Minnesota, but I was ready to show the world I could do it again. I wanted a piece of 17 on their side bad. I wanted them bad, bro, because I wanted to show them that I could do it again. That I am who I say I am. But when I ended up getting hurt, bro.
Freak accident too.
I didn't really know that I was hurt until I thought it was a stinger, right? I thought it was a stinger at first. Went to feeling my arm. Moving my hand, I was able to do that. Move my shoulder, I felt a little crumbling. It was a crazy feeling. Kirby was like, when I saw Kirby reaction, I knew it was something bad. Tried to bring my arm with me. It didn't move. And when I heard the trainers, I'm like, I'm thinking I'm still good. I'll be able to come back. I thought it was out of place or something. Man, the trainers picked me up and said, yeah, it's broken. I'm like, what you mean it's broken? Like, it's broken bad. Like, am I done? He like, yeah, you done. That's when it hit. When I got up and it hit me, like, I heard the stadium and I'm like, bro, I'm done. Like, I can't help my teammates no more. I can't go out there and help my teammates get to the Super Bowl, bro, win the Super Bowl. I can't play the game that I loved playing. It was a very emotional feeling, bro. I can't play the game that I love no more. Like, I'm done. I got to watch these guys play football for the next, 6 weeks, 4 weeks. It was very hard to take in, but everything happened for a reason, man. I used that time. I try to find everything people think negative. I try to find a positive impact in it, and I think the positive impact I got from that, I was able to spend more time with my kids, man. I know if I was healed, I'd be with my friends playing basketball and doing this, whatever. I was able to spend time with my kids, man. So I think it was a curse, but it also was a gift.
I think too, with you being with the Lions, I didn't think about being able to go against Armand St. Brown and Jameson Williams at practice every day. Iron sharp iron, Meek. You know that. And when you was with the Raiders, you was able to go against Devontae Adams. Talk about how big that is in a development of a DB. Going against top receivers like that.
That was big. When Devontae Adams came in, I knew that I was, I tried to go against him every day. Man, me and DA used to have some battles, man. He know if this get to him, he know it's all respect and love. I remember we played the Giants. I went crazy that game, and to have a guy like DA come up to you and say, man, I really like how you work, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ain't too many come to work, play the way you play. You out here, you work hard, you attack the ball. So just having a guy to look me in my eyes, tell me that, that this is my first time speaking to that in the interview too.
Right.
When he came and told me that, because I had a crazy game, forced fumble, pick, TFL, 4 down. So it was crazy. So being able to go against a guy like that each and every day, once I got to the Lions, I have all respect for Saint, man, but I'm like, I wasn't scared of Saint though. I
just went against D. I went against Vontae.
I just finished going against at the time. Like Saint was still Saint.
Yeah.
But D, Devontae was the guy. Number one at the.
Right.
So I'm like,
arguably,
bro, if I'm doing this against T, I could do this against Saint.
Yeah.
So that second day, man, I think that second day when I earned respect from not only Saint but the whole, and that was just at practice. I went out there competing with him, called like a pick, dropped the pick. Quick, you know what I'm saying? So it was very competitive, but he won the first day. I won the second day. So it was like, okay, this guy different. So just being able to go against guys like that, man, each and every day, because Saint is a slot machine, and Da was he was an all around, but he was a great vet. Just learning from going against guys like that, learning from him. I feel like I could go against anybody
for sure.
Anybody in the league, and that's why every time I line up and I get on that grass, I line up in front of whoever. I'm confident in myself, man. I believe in my ability.
And then going against somebody like J-Mo who come with speed. You getting both best of both worlds at practice.
Yeah,
you getting a technician and you getting somebody to come in with speed. So when you get out there on Sundays, I'm going against one of these type of receivers every day at practice.
I see speed with J-Mo every day, man. And J-Mo, another one, bro. Bring different.
Different element.
Yeah, different elements to the game, man. To see he young, he very talented, man. Great speed. Most guys that's fast can't get out their breaks.
Yep.
He get out of them. So just going against guys like that, man. He's more of I ain't gonna say he's Ridley, but he more of a Ridley type when it come down to get out of his breaks, because Ridley is a guy that's speed, but he can get out of his breaks. But that's how J-Mo is. But that stuff like sometimes I be thinking, I be saying like, man, I'm happy you're on my team. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
By that same token, when you were with the Raiders in that division, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Russell Wilson, what about sharpening iron against guys like that? How'd that make you feel?
As far as the quarterback side of it, it helps. It helps you play a mind game with the quarterback, because those guys are smart. Those guys are smart, man. Like they know when sometimes if you're a young guy, they know when the blitz coming, they know coverages. So going against them, it helped me disguise a lot of my coverages, or being able to steal these plays. Okay, they might run in this formation, they might run this, because the Holmes and the guy, man, and the ball placement where they put the balls at. So it's like a lot of stuff like that I worked on during the off season. Okay, going against this guy, quarterbacks like to throw the ball here. So I think going against guys like that, man, that AFC, that was gunslinging AFC. It was definitely a blessing. And on top of that, they was always winning too. They was always winning.
Yep, true.
For sure. Last time I had you on the podcast, we did your favorites, so we ain't gonna do that this time. So now I'm gonna just get your top 3 at. I ain't gonna do position. I'm gonna just do skill.
Okay.
Right.
Here we go. Top 3 quarterbacks.
Right now.
It ain't gotta be like your favorite quarterback to watch.
All right.
It don't have to be like necessarily who you think the best. Your favorite.
All right. Right now I'm gonna go
to watch.
Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
That machine over there at the Bills.
Josh Allen.
I gotta Mahomes.
Running back. Top 3.
Barkley. Henry Gibbs.
I like Gibbs. I'm gonna
go Gibbs Henry.
I like Gibbs, dog. Damn, that's 80 waiting any given time.
What? Straight up.
Bombs away.
Tight ends.
I like the guy at the Raiders. Bowers.
Bowers, yeah, Brock Bowers for sure.
I like him. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Seems like he's not slowing down. I still like Kittle.
Oh yeah.
I still like Kittle.
All around.
He's not slowing down. I like Kittle. The third one is hard, but I'm gonna go Laporta.
Laporta good though.
Go Laporta.
I like that. He's paying homage.
Yeah.
Receivers. Now that's a tough one.
Chase, number 1.
That's my number 1.
Of Jets.
3.
I'm going. I ain't lying. I think it'll be 3. That's tough. Who I'm gonna go? Saint.
Man, you got the same top 2. My third is AJ Brown. I know that's not a popular opinion.
I think he's not. See,
I would say CD.
This is what I think about.
I like AJ Brown.
I went against CD. I went against CD. AJ Brown. See, but like I said, I can't say it yet because I haven't went against him. He's just a big body. I think he's stiff as bricks. I really think I really think all he got is a fade ball. You just got to know how to have ball skills.
Now he good in intermediate now. Like on third down, leaning on you. Like he ain't getting a lot of separation.
Okay.
He ain't getting a lot of separation. He's just so damn strong, bro. And I like his mindset. I think that's what it is.
Read the book on the sideline.
Who was more efficient last year?
Same.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I like how AJ Brown he getting their face talking that shit.
Same more quiet.
Yeah, like I like all that. And then
I need to tell him he's the biggest swagger with that too, man. He was talking more, bro.
Man, AJ Brown be on third down. He be like this. He be pointing like, man, give me the ball, man. You see what I mean? I like all that.
I like it too. I gotta go.
I like all that. That's why I like. I ain't saying he better than Saint.
Gotta go check him out some more.
My favorite to watch, I gotta go AJ Brown third. I like Jess. I like Jamal.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? I like all that. Edge rush.
Oh, all right. Edge rush. I gotta go. I was okay before I do my top. I was gonna put Aiden because I ain't lying.
Hutchinson, yeah.
First, but he got hurt, so I'm gonna be like, all right.
He a monster.
I'm gonna go. Max first.
Max. Oh, Crosby. Yeah.
I'm gonna go Crosby first.
He a monster.
Miles.
Animal.
Miles second. I like Watts. Like
TJ Watt? Oh yeah, for sure.
Like TJ Watt.
For sure. Safety.
That's hard.
That's hard?
Because I'm going 1A, I'm going 1A, 1B.
Who you 1A, 1B?
1A, 1B, Kirby Joseph, Brian Branch. I'm gonna go 2. I gotta give his flowers. I don't know. Who's from Green Bay?
No, John play corner.
Dude from Green Bay, the safety.
Amos.
McKinney.
Oh yeah, from Bama. That's where we went to Bama, huh? McKinney.
Yeah,
I think he went to Bama.
And I'm gonna go. I gotta go safety. I like last year too. I'm gonna go with a young cat from Houston, Bullock. I like him.
I like Fitzpatrick.
Minka.
I like Mika Fitzpatrick. Yeah, I like Mika Fitzpatrick. Hold up. It depend on what you looking for.
Brian Branch better than him.
No, listen, bro. They two different type of safeties.
What?
You.
He said
we
what?
talking about. We're not talking about who the best. We talking about who is your favorite to watch. I like Mika because Mika talking that shit. He talking it, and he.
So you got Mika 1?
No, I ain't got him 1, but he in my top 3 to watch. He coming out, he bringing that pot, y'all. He don't care who you is.
Okay. Yeah, but Bullock is more of a
And Mika is a playmaker, bro. He punching that ball out. He, you know what I'm saying? Like he
like a Buddha Baker though.
He bigger though. He bigger, but yeah, on some shit. Yeah.
How many picks he had last year? Mika. I
think like 3, 4.
That's still good.
Yeah.
Mika been in the league, what, 8?
Something like that.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I like how they move him around. Like they put in one deep half the time. They roll him down.
Okay.
You know I like all that. I like him. And
because
again,
Bullock is just a high safety. It is about one reason but Kirby was all over.
Yeah, Kirby. Yeah. Look, when I saw him that day, I was like, damn, I thought he was bigger than it. So that made me respect him even more.
Good ball, bro.
Yeah,
ball.
for sure. Corner.
Yeah, all right. I'm going.
He know I was coming.
I'm going. I'm taking myself out. I'm going Pat. I'm going
Pat.
Surtain.
Oh yeah.
Surtain. I'm going Pat Surtain. Very Stingley. I know people gonna be like, man, but bro, he's a once in a generation. Like you could put him all over the field and he make plays. And I feel like he didn't play the way he wanted to play last year. He just didn't want to be there. Ramsey.
Yeah.
Like,
he going to Pittsburgh now.
Bro, a monster, bro.
Yeah.
A monster
for sure.
Could give you the ball. Break up. See that's my play style. I like being around. I like picks, punch outs,
playmaker,
TFLs.
Yeah,
and he got the mouthpiece too.
Yeah, he a pit bull, bro. And I'm only putting him 3 because of because like I said, he didn't have the he's supposed to have. Because I know why sometimes in the league when you at a certain organization, you like man, you can kind of check out until you move on. So that's why I got him at 3.
Nah, before I let you go, let's put your coaching hat on. Huh?
I thought you were about to say give you top 3 nickels.
Go ahead.
Top 3 nickels.
Go ahead.
My top 3.
I like your boy from the Colts.
I know. I know what kind of year he gonna have, and I felt like the only reason why he couldn't because of it was this. If they would have put him on the field as much as possible, because every time he was on the field, he was productive.
Who?
And I know what kind of year he gonna have this year. I'm going to Meek Robertson 1. Best cover nickel in the league. Number 1. I'm going number 2. Of course, dude from the Colts. And I'm going
Moore. Huh?
Yeah, Moore.
Yeah.
And I'm going 3.
Man, you better say his name.
I'm going.
You better say his name.
Who you talking about?
Come on, man. Don't play, man. Don't play, dog.
I'm going Jalen Petrie.
You ain't gonna say Alante Taylor?
No.
What?
No.
What?
No.
We gotta talk about this off camera.
Just because he had, bro,
he'll play. You like a playmaker. He's a playmaker.
He had sacks because they blitzed him so much. He had 5 sacks, 4 sacks.
Bro, and he
like his game. He a pit bull.
Yeah, bro.
But he only had, okay.
He really like you. He really outside. He really don't want to play nickel. He's just doing it because of the team need. Now he about to finally get his opportunity.
But he wouldn't really cover nickel though. He just had them sacks.
No, bro. Look, I'm a Saints fan, bro. I watch every Saints game.
Okay.
No, I'm not biased. I'm not biased. Listen, bro.
I gotta see.
Bro, put the tape on. I'm not
He
saying.
didn't have a good year last year at nickel.
Yes, he did. He had a good year.
Yeah, because of them sacks.
But he got hurt. No, bro. Like,
we'll see. Okay.
Bro, check him out, bro.
I gotta check him out.
Check him out, bro.
I saw him.
He's still.
Yeah,
he's still ascending, bro.
I just like Moore because Moore the OG of the game.
Moore better than Alante right now.
And I think I only put myself 1 because I could cover better than all these guys. I punch at the ball and with the small opportunity that I matter of fact, the small opportunity that I had, I was more productive. That's why I see that. And I think this year going, because I feel like those guys don't cover the way I cover. Those guys don't come.
I agree.
They don't. And you know how some guys they could cover but they don't want to tackle. Some guys they put them in the box, they tackle, but they can't cover. I do both. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So it's like that's why I put myself at 1. Of course, Kenny Moore at 2 because he had he did his thing last year. 5 picks, 4 whatever. I think he better.
He the highest paid nickel, huh? Is he? He not?
Somebody I think dude at the Bears, which we don't know who he is. No, at the Jets, one that the Jets 2 got paid.
Moore used to be the highest paid nickel.
Yeah, he used to.
Yeah.
Jalen Preacher was the highest paid nickel for a day. So no, what I'm saying, because somebody else, had signed the next day.
For sure.
And he got paid, so hey, it's all good.
Yeah.
Let him keep on doing it.
Yeah. Meek, bro. Appreciate you, man. Hell of a day, bringing the community out to your camp. I know you're getting ready to go into your 5th or 6th?
6 years.
6 years.
Young, bro, I know.
You a vet now.
Come on, see, but
you're a vet now.
When it comes, I am, but I feel like I'm going into my 6th year, but I feel like I'm really going into my 4th year. Because think about this, I didn't play my first 2 years.
Right.
So I feel like, I played my last 2 at the Raiders and now I'm about to play 2 years. I'm like, so I said that could be a gift from the curse, bro, because my legs still fresh. I still feel 20. You know what I'm saying? And that's not.
So you're not walking around with the ice packs after the game right now?
Come on, man. I'm 1-on-1, man.
It's a pit bull right here.
I'm 1-on-1, man.
You ain't never seen a pit bull with the ice packs?
Lone wolf.
Come on, man.
Hey, but I've been meaning to ask you, man, before we go ahead and shut this podcast down, why you can't beat me in that NCAA football?
Lord.
What's going on? You be on YouTube. No, I don't. I play football. Hey, that's one thing about me, bro. I ain't like some of these cats. I play football. I don't go get no TikTok glitches.
Lord rest his soul, bro. I don't know if he was lying or not, but Lacey told me I said, man, G be on YouTube.
Man, no. Lacey lying. Lacey ain't tell you that.
He told me that. You be on YouTube.
He probably would laugh. He probably was joking you, bro.
He ain't laugh.
He was joking you, bro.
He ain't laugh,
bro. I'm telling you.
You nice though. You nice.
I'm nice, bro. I don't listen. I don't look up nothing.
I be hot, boy. When you lose, you be hot too.
Send it. That's all I'm saying.
Don't wait.
Send it. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, I'm a competitor. I hate losing. I hate losing more than I love winning.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying?
But sometimes though, I ain't lying. Sometimes you be beating me, bro. I be like, man, I ain't about to let him max me. I'm about to lay down, man. Tomorrow, I sleep my. One thing about me, I sleep my ass off, man. I eat my little snack, cut my fan on.
Short-term memory.
Yeah, man.
But you know what I'm about to tell you, huh? You can't handle success, bro.
Oh, love.
You can't handle success.
Don't get him started.
Look, so somebody be telling people that, they be thinking this person like, man, he really gonna say that? But nah, like when you told me that, I still let. Bro, I still let. I be playing somebody, I be like, it's not easy. You can't handle success.
Can't handle it, bro.
Boy, that's fire.
But look, and even if a dude can't handle success, you just put it in their brain. They start saying like, huh?
Like, man, what?
Yeah.
That time you did tell me that though, I end up beating you, and I was telling you the same thing.
Yeah,
you nice though. You nice. What the record is like?
I'm 6'2".
We started over, bro. Remember we talked. We started over.
We did.
Fresh slate.
Nah, we ain't play 26 yet. We ain't play 26.
I want to play. Man, they said cheat on them.
No. They just put the patch. They put the patch on yesterday.
What you mean a patch?
So you know, every year when the game come on, like Madden, 2K, college, that first week, 2 weeks, they see what's wrong with the game, and then they come out with a patch and they fix it. Like, so when the game first came out, if you had like Ryan Williams, Jeremiah Smith, and you stiff on somebody, or you spin move, or you juke them,
get
like,
murked.
You can't tackle them.
Yeah.
You need the game tackle on about 2 or 3 people.
Yeah.
So they put the patch on, so it's not as easy no more to just stiff on them and make everybody miss now. So they put
But what about the time? What they say about getting your head around?
No, it's still like that's realistic, me.
I can't play that.
That's real, me. Let you take the analog. Watch my thumb.
Can't play that. That's too much going on, man. No,
Man, you gotta have user skills.
We got to finish 25, bro. How about that?
You said yesterday at the Nichols camp. You said if you running like this and your head not turn around, you should not be able to jump up and pick the ball off. That's not realistic, bro.
But that's people's problem.
You could PBU.
That's people's problem.
You could PBU.
This is not real life. We out there in a video game. Make it a video game.
So which one you want? You want it to be like real
25.
life, or you want it to be?
I want it like 25, just like how 25 is. I got a chance with you at 25.
Man, just play it for a week, and you going just. I know you going just.
I'm gonna get it today.
You going just get it, man. We gotta get in. We gotta get it in. Nah, man, appreciate you coming on the podcast, bro. Good luck to you in your 6th season. I know you about to do big things, man. Hopefully, man, y'all can get to that Super Bowl this time. And you gotta come back on in the near future again, bro.
You know that. You already know I'll be back, man. Thank y'all for having me, bro. You know, always a blessing, a privilege to, be able to chop it over my dog. You know, my dog was there from the beginning. You
already know. You already know, man. This is your boy Jeremiah Gray, aka G Sportz, man. I'm signing out.
Yeah, have a good one. It was my first ever interview. For real. You heard me?